Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we have a classic Reebok box. As you can see, this is part of the Allen Iverson classic Reebok boxes with the big I and the 3 and his signature on the box. Definitely Reebok did a good execution back in the day with those different boxes for him, and I'm glad they brought those back with the retros. As you can see, this is the Answer DMX-10 with the black, red and gold colorway. Again, this is not an original colorway that came back in the day, but the new color execution was so good that I had to get it because it was, first of all, very high quality shoe. Second of all, the color combination black and red is always a big plus, always like that. And third of all, the price was super cheap. I got those for probably $50 or maybe less. But you know, knowing that these originally retailed for $160, I mean, you cannot go wrong with $50. Plus, for the quality this shoe is offering, $50 is a steal. Let me get this out of the way right away. For those of you that don't know, the answer was Allen Iverson's second signature shoe. You know, the first one was the question one, and this one is the answer, logically. But nevertheless, they came out in 97, 98. At that time, Reebok were working hard to promote the DMX cushioning system, and this one was called the DMX-10 because it had the 10 pots, 5 on the heel, 5 on the forefoot, and those bridges that you see are the tunnels that they are moved when you hit the ground on the heel. The air would then transition to the forefoot, and when you push over from the forefoot, the air will transition to the heel. So this was creating a very nice and very cushiony feeling from these air transitions, similar to kind of like what Zoom Air feels when you have a full-length zoom. I always associated it to this similar feeling. Again, the original one had a great cushioning. These new ones feature what Reebok calls the DMX foam. So I'm not 100% sure why they not brought the original system back with the air. Probably was more expensive to produce today. But the DMX foam is definitely not as cushiony as the original DMX, and the foam is kind of like softer style foam that they incorporate, but you know, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about. Other than this shoe has just an amazing quality. The whole upper is a thick, full grain leather, just like they were done over 10-15 years ago. These are one of the pairs that, one of the models that released within the last year that actually had a very high quality execution, similar to the Shack Attack that came out in pretty much every colorway, and you know, a few other pairs from Reebok. They were like superb quality, including the question as well. As you can see, you know, the reflective piping around right here on the toe box as well. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a reflective hint right here, right below the Vector logo. This piping extends around the hero area. Here's the tag inside that it says, you know, the question has been answered, because this model followed the question, and you know, it says Allen Iverson, Rookie of the Year 1996-97 with his stats. Fit and finish in those run actually almost a half size big, even for me. I usually wear 8 on Reeboks. These a little bit more roomier. probably due to the heel execution. The padding is sufficient, but this model always had a sort of a sloppy heel lock. As you can see, they're going kind of like a straight down. There's no protrusion here to kind of lock your heel. So if you're still looking for those or trying to get them from somewhere, just keep in mind that they're a little bit bigger than your normal size. Reebok and the Vector right here in the back. I kind of like this specific version, not only because of the black and red color combination. I'm not too crazy about the gold, you know, which is fine, but this sort of a translucent gum sole I really like. That you can see the pods and you can see the midsole. Comfort is definitely there. I think they're still using the Ortholite insoles. Of course, that's not advertised on the shoe itself, but I think this is what they are. Let me see if I can pull one of them and kind of see. Yeah, they have these crash pods. It says Reebok Performance Sock Liner, Shock Pad. These are definitely performance insoles. And I mean, the original price of $160 was kind of steep, and you know, usually people don't pay this kind of money for Reebok unless they're like you know, limited, like the Shack Attack, the original one that came. But you know, everybody waited out and got those for a pretty good discount. And of course, I waited for a long time and got them for $50. And I mean, you know, you can't go wrong. The quality of the leather of this shoe is just amazing. I mean, if you can get close, you guys can see the grains and the cut, how thick this leather is. Signature Iverson on the ton, which is patent leather right here. Reebok with gold, and when you lace those up tight, if you want to really play with them, the Vector logo actually matches perfectly right here. Of course, I'm not going to be playing with them, but it's just a, you know, a style for now. Let me see if I can show the label. It's kind of hard to see in there, but if it focuses, maybe you guys can see it. All black interior. Not a bad execution. I really like the comfort of that shoe, and just the fact that we can get it for $50 is pretty amazing. I mean, with the plushness of the inside and all the full grain leather and absolutely the same way the shoes were done. You know, back in the old days when I was younger and didn't have the money to buy them. But definitely something that I'm glad I picked up. It's a nice colorway plus color plus version of the Answer. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Thanks for everybody. I really appreciate it. For more sneaker news, reviews, and history articles, please stay tuned to collectivekicks.com. And until next time, you have a wonderful day.